Oop. Hello everybody, welcome back to Jacked Up Lab. I've got a contraption here behind me. This is called the Dr. Pepper-inator. What is the Dr. Pepper-inator? For those of you who have had kids or have had kids in public school, it's quite common for them to come home from school and have homework. What does happen on some occasions is they come home and the parents have homework. That's what this was. This was one of my homework assignments. My oldest daughter, who she's been out of high school now for a year and a half or so, when she was in the 7th grade, they were in science class and they were learning about simple machines, things like a lever or an axle, and things like that. They had these assignments that they had to do, and that was to make a Rube Goldberg machine. And so if you're not familiar with Rube Goldberg, he was, I don't know, 70, 80 years ago, he was a cartoon artist, and he was famous for making these drawings of these contraptions that were very complicated but performed a very simple task. And that's what the assignment was for the 7th grade girls. Of course, they had to team up, and of course my daughter teamed up with another girl, and these girls, they're 7th grade, they're 12 years old, they don't have any idea on how to use a power tool or anything of the like, which means I got the homework assignment. But I made them design it, I made them do the drawing, and they came up with the idea. Their idea of a simple task was to simply take a can of Dr. Pepper or a bottle and pour it into a glass. That was the simple task. We just had to make it very complicated and do that. And so I came up with kind of the everything in betweens, basically. But I made them do the assignment. I made them sit down and draw it out. At the time, one of the popular cartoons on TV at the time was Phineas and Ferb. And y'all, if you've watched Phineas and Ferb, you might be familiar with Dr. Doofenshmirtz. So Doofenshmirtz was kind of the mad scientist, evil bad guy, and he was always coming up with some kind of contraption that would do something. It would shrink people or blow something up, and his idea, he would always come up with a name. He would always put "inator" on the end of it, and so I thought that was pretty clever. And so this was my daughter's idea of getting to drink Dr. Pepper while in class, and so we called it the Dr. Pepper-inator. And so I'm going to give you just a quick rundown on how this works. Basically, the way this thing works is, to start it off, this can you can remove, and you put some water in that, and you pour that water into this can, and then over a period of time the water drains out through this tube and into this can, and that'll release this lever, which is connected here to this little block of wood, and that would release this ball. Rolls around, comes back down, drops through the hole here, pulls this down, which would push this up, releasing this counterweight, which is a full bottle of Dr. Pepper. And yes, that is an unopened bottle of Dr. Pepper that is 7 years old. And this is a counterweight on a string on an axle, releasing this. And as this unwinds, it winds up this string, which is attached to this axle. And as it winds it up, it pours out the Dr. Pepper into a glass that would be about around here. And all this is up here it's my futile attempt at a governor, because with a 16-ounce bottle, that's 1 pound of Dr. Pepper falling straight down, this would just flash over in an instant. So I put those, they're sort of wings, and all they do is catch the air, and so it just slows the revolution down on the axle. And so what I'll do is I'll go get some water, pour it in the cup, and you can see it in action. All right, can of water. Ideally it would be Dr. Pepper, but You can see the water already coming out. I'm gonna hook that right onto there. And we wait. You get the luxury of fast forwarding in time. I have to sit here and wait. I'll time it and see, I'll let you know. But we're gonna go ahead and jump ahead. You wanna jump ahead? You don't need to wait. You don't wanna wait, do you? No, you wanna just fast forward and jump ahead, okay? That's it. Something very complicated to do something very simple. Let's rearm this thing and I'll give you another angle to show you how it works. To rearm it, first thing we gotta do is get this ball out of here. So we will take the water out there and we can set the ball back there. And then we need to reset our counterweight. So we'll wind this thing back up to right there. And that's back and set. And so it's ready to go. Let me give you another angle on how this thing works. All right. So here it is from this angle. And so when you pour the water in here, it's just a can that's just opened out. So we pour the water in there, and the water runs down this tube, and then this has a little hanger on it, and you just put the tube in there, and there's a little piece of lead right there that's kind of acts as a counterweight. So when you pour the water into that can, it eventually runs into this can, making it heavier, and it trips this up. You can see that little arm right there. It pushes that up, pushing the ball. And whenever the ball rolls, it comes around here. Let me get you on the other side over there. So the ball comes down here, falls in there, releasing that. Let's set it up, rearm it one more time, and you can see it all work. All right, it's armed and ready. Got a glass of ice there. Very appropriate. Might notice that's a Dallas Cowboys cup. A little bit of trivia for you. Our high school, Pleasant Grove Hawks, play at the Dallas Cowboys practice center called the Ford Center tonight, playing Iowa Park for the semifinals. If they win tonight, they go to the state championships to be played in AT&T Stadium. Hawks are reigning champions in Division IV 2A, so they are defending their title. Hopefully they win tonight and go on to win 2 straight. So we'll see. So I have the Dr. Pepper cup, ice, machine's loaded. I'm just going to trip it with my hand. Not bad. Tastes just like Dr. Pepper. That's nice. Fun fact for you, Dr. Pepper was invented in Texas, Waco specifically. And if you know the answer to this question, it shows you're a true Dr. Pepper fan. What is the significance of the numbers 10, 2, and 4 concerning Dr. Pepper? Comment below if you know. So that's it. Ah, man, that's almost as good as chocolate milk. So that's the Dr. Pepper-inator. I have another one of these for my next daughter that you're gonna really like. I made it 2 years ago. It's a little more of a sports themed contraption, similar to this, but a little more elaborate. Yeah, I kind of went out on that one. You'll like it. So if you want to see that video, you should over here right over here in this corner, there's a little bell. Ring the bell and you'll get notifications whenever I upload a new video. So please subscribe, like the video, and comment below if you've ever been given homework by your kids' teachers. So anyway, thanks for watching. See you on the next video. Dr. Doofensmirch? Doofensmirch. Doofensmirch? Doofensmirch?